Hello, everybody. I am on with my spiritual mentor, someone that's changed my life, someone who I go to all my problems with. His name is Pastor Roy Mason. He is part and the founder of Global Evangelism Ministries, GEM. So Roy is someone that I give my donations to. I will let him talk about what he does, and then I got a nice little surprise at the end of this for you, Roy.
Well, thanks, Chad. It's good to talk to you this morning. Hope you had a good weekend. It was busy, I'm sure. You probably faced some challenges like we all did this weekend. I know living in this world we're in right now, there's lots of challenges, lots of frustrations, but the truth is the Lord is sufficient for all of them. And, I tell you that all the time is you have to take a breath and understand that. I was just on the phone with our leadership team in West Africa, and we're facing some challenges there as well. And, I've learned to come in on Mondays knowing it's going to be just another day in paradise. So they're up against some challenges there. They're telling me about some new needs and things like that. Fundamentally, for someone that doesn't know, we have a ministry that has a team of about 35 people in Ghana, West Africa. And we make no fewer than 2 trips, sometimes 3 trips a year into that third world country, where we go into places that are ignored by every other Christian ministry. We go into places that are filled with people of tribal religions, some Muslims, some by the name of Christians, but mostly just people that have no contact with the gospel. And we go into those places. Our motto there is going where others dare to go. So we go into those remote areas of the country, and in the mornings we have scouted out schools that we can go to. We share the good news of Jesus in public schools and private schools, and we give out a copy of a Gideon New Testament to every kid in those schools. In America, Gideons used to go and distribute Bibles in schools. They don't do that anymore. They count on guys like us that can get into those places. So we distribute New Testaments everywhere we go with everyone we talk to. A typical trip, we'll give out about anywhere between 45 and 100,000 copies of the New Testament. And those things all cost us money. We have to travel on really bad roads and tear up vehicles nonstop. We've got 4 vehicles in West Africa, and one is needing to be replaced because it's costing us more to keep it running than it is to go ahead and get a newer one there. So we go into these villages, we share the gospel in the schools. We'll do between 25 and 30 schools a day between the 4 teams of us that are there. And then at night, we'll go out and do 4 film crusades, is what we call them, where we screen the Jesus film and let people see the story of Jesus Christ and what he's done for them. And in it all, after about 2 full weeks in country, we will have been in front of, upwards of 100,000 people and seen 40,000 indicate decisions for Christ.
That's awesome. So I think if you could share with anyone that listens this, something that always gives me amazing perspective. I think I'll have some problems. I'll think, my world's crumbling because mortgage rates are high or something silly that I catastrophize and think it's the end of the world. And then I'll get a little of your perspective of what your leadership team and what the people of Ghana have to go through on a daily basis. So what are some of those challenges that you see them having?
Well, right now the economy is horrible in that country, and the dollar has increased in value, which is good for us sending money to the country, but it's really bad for them because they have less buying power now. And some people have no idea where their next meal is coming from. They have no idea, can they go out and find fresh water to drink that day? They have to wonder about when their kids get sick, they don't have clinics to take them off to. Some of them are hours away from any kind of medical clinic. So they really do live moment by moment, but they've understood that God will never forsake them and God will never let them down. So they've learned that when there is no drinking water where they are, they will find some. There's always going to be some clear drinking water. You and I get frustrated because we don't have our brand of drinking water, and they don't have drinking water. The saddest thing is to see, and you've all seen pictures like this from someone that's trying to raise money for food in Africa. You'll see those little kids standing in line waiting for a bowl of porridge or like oatmeal for them, and that's all they'll have that day. So those are the kind of challenges they have.
Right.
When my grandkids are at my house, they don't like the brand of orange juice I have,
Right.
or they don't like the brand of soft drinks and things like that are something those guys never have.
Right.
And when we go over and get them a bottle of this, they love this kind of milk, chocolate flavored water. They love that. It's horrible. It's nasty, but they live for it.
Yeah.
And when you give them one of those kind of things, you have blessed them beyond measure, and they believe that we really care about them because we would do things like that. And so the challenges you and I face are all very insignificant to what other people in the world are faced with. And the truth is, still today, God has blessed this country more than any other country. You can dislike the politics, you can dislike an election, but where else are you going to go? You're still at the most blessed place on the planet. But we have a responsibility to share that blessing with others. And that's what we've been doing since about 2001. I've been doing this full time. I left the local church, started this ministry, going into places that others just don't go. And we do it all by the free will gifts of people like you and people around the planet who support us month by month. And it makes all the difference in the world.
Awesome. So what are some upcoming projects that you have? If I can stir up some fundraising, and I'm starting a new thing called Thankful Thursday as we go into this season of thankfulness. What are some things that you need money for, and the projects that you have coming in?
Well, the most important thing is they've just sold me that they want to do 3 projects next year instead of the 2 major ones, and we've given a blessing for that. I probably will not be able to go all 3 times. In fact, this upcoming project, we're supposed to be there in February. There's some challenges right now because Ghana is requiring anybody that comes in the country be fully vaccinated. And we in America have learned you don't have to do that. You don't need to do that. But they still are, they're still under the pressure of the UN and some other agencies to fund them inside the country. So it's very corrupt politically. And so we may not be able to go to all 3, but we'll do ministry in all 3 projects this year. Our greatest need right now is replacing that one spoiled vehicle that just we can't fix it anymore. And so that's going to end up costing us about between 12 and 15 grand that we need to raise money to buy that vehicle. And man, if we could do that if we could do it by the end of the year, it'd be great because it can come out of this year's budget. But if we can do it before the February project, will be great. So that's the biggest need we have right now. We have to replace about 2 generators, which are about $2,000 a piece. But all of our other equipment is up to date. Everything's running. So that's our biggest need right now.
Awesome. Well, you and I know each other through a program called the Core Training. That's how we met. That's something I put out a lot in the community with my team. It's very important for us to give back with both our money and our time. My team went to the local park districts in Chicago, and we fixed up a park. And with that, the coaching program once a year does what's called twice a year does Change the Planet week, as you are aware of. Right. And our team was chosen in the raffle, and we received $3,000, and we wanted to give that to you to start this. So I got a check here from the Core Training and from my team for $3,000.
Well, thank you so very much, Chad, for remembering us and thinking about us. That'll certainly get us on the way to getting that vehicle. And if it doesn't get us to the vehicle, it'll buy 1.5 of those generators. That's so right. Thank you so much for that. I'm blessed beyond measure that you would think about us. And you've always been faithful with your own personal money to support us and give to us. And we're grateful for all of that.
Well, we're going to grab your link, and I'm going to push anyone, students that I have that watch this, employees, past clients, referral partners. I'd really like to try and do what we can to support Roy and his global evangelism and definitely his projects in Africa. So we're going to get a link. We're going to post it below, and we're going to push to get you that $15,000, Roy.
Wow, Chad. Well, thank you so much. God bless you. And I promise you, it'll go to exactly what I'm telling you it's going to. And we'll send you a picture of it when we get it and let you see it. We might even put your name on the side of it.
That's right. That's right. Yeah, we'll grab a few pictures from you and post those as well, so people can see that.
Well, thank you so much again. God bless you so much. Your family means so much to me. We count you as friends, and I'm always here for you, brother.
Well, I know that, and you're here for me all the time, so I appreciate it, and it's my pleasure.
All right. Well, thank
So
you
go
again.
out, be thankful, have a wonderful holiday season. That is a time of year of thankfulness. And one thing I can tell you that Roy has taught me is celebrate the 3 G's, and tell them what the 3 G's are, Roy.
Well, we got to learn to always be gracious. We always got to be grateful, and we always have to be generous. And I've learned Thanksgiving is not a day, it's an attitude. It's a condition of the heart. So don't let it just be the day when people come over to your house. Rather, let it be all the way through the year, but use it now as a springboard going into the Christmas season to remember that we have so much to be grateful for and thankful for. And at the top of the list is the love that God has shown to us.
That's right. Thank you, Roy.
Thank you, man.